Hello, and welcome to my workshop. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Alright, so what we're going to do, well, I have a little bit of a different setup. We got chairs this time, so I was able to, because it hurts standing for like an hour and a half straight in one spot. If I was moving around more, it wouldn't be a problem, but my knees, they don't like that when I stand too long in one spot. And the Rara is here. Hi, Mimi. Oh, she came back to hang out. Yeah, we brought her bed back. It's over here. And she's going to lay over there. You're probably going to hear her snoring in a little while. Just, oh, here. Here, I'll move. Okay, go ahead. Sure, I want to be in the action zone here. Here. Here we go. Hey, you brought my bed out. You guys are awesome. I like this. This is where I'm going to be. All right. I got to smell my bed, though. Make sure it's fine. Okay. Puppy inspection.
Yeah, Kiara never misses an opportunity to be back here for the lives.
Nope. She loves being back here. She loves being where everybody else is. She doesn't like to be by herself. So if we're back here, she's most likely going to join us. So we started bringing her bed back here, and there she is, laying down. Oh, what a baby! I figured I'd give a minute or two for some people to get in. Oh, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to have. I already put black gesso up here. Black gesso acrylic. Oh, looks like this. Just black gesso. And I just left this part blank because I'm going to put liquid white up here, or white medium. And I'm going to do probably a mountain back here with waterfalls coming down, some trees and stuff. I wanted to do something with a mountain, but a little bit different with some waterfalls, so I figured I'd try that. Yeah. So yeah, our next event is tomorrow at the Carlisle, is it the Expo Center?
Yeah, it got moved from Dickinson College because of the weather, so now it's at the Carlisle Expo Center.
Yeah, it's supposed to be rainy and everything, so...
Which is supposed to be a really beautiful venue.
Yeah, so they said that we could still bring our canopy, our tent set up and everything, but probably not to bring the roof of it because there's... sufficient lighting in there, so they have plenty of lighting and it looks good in there. So we're still gonna go. We're gonna have a good time. I will be doing live painting there. Yeah. So let's get started. How should I? Oh, I wanted to go through some colors here. I almost forgot that. Let me get my brush here.
You also forgot your dad joke.
Oh, my dad joke. Okay, yeah, I wanted to tilt the easel over here so you could see it more easily. Please don't leave. I won't tell these kind of jokes all day. No, but the colors I'm using, the same colored selection is titanium white, phthalo blue, Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, sap green, lamp black, cad yellow, pale hue, yellow ochre, and bright red. I think it's just called bright red. It's like cad red or something like that. Bright red, cad red, something along those lines. But it's a limited palette. Usually when I do these paintings, I only have about 10 or 12 colors. And I don't have brown on here because I will show you actually that you can make your own brown using alizarin crimson and the green. It makes a real nice chocolate brown, so I'm going to show you how to do that here in a minute. And yeah, if you have your basic colors, like your basic primary colors, you can almost make other colors like purples and greens and stuff. Other colors that you might need. And the equipment I'm going to be using is, I use water mixables. So this is my liquid clear. It's a water mixable linseed oil by Winsor Newton, and the paints are Winsor Newton as well. But I'll be using a 2-inch brush, a 1-inch brush, 2 sizes of fan brush. This is a number 10, number 6, number 10. The large, yeah, number 6 fan brush. This is a larger one, and this is a number 3 fan brush, I believe. Yeah, number 3. See the size difference. These are what we use to make the trees. A filbert brush and a script liner. And the palette knives we use, a large one and a small one. We make mountains and trees. You can make everything with that. Those you can make buildings with them, rocks, everything. Okay. And I usually have a little cup here and pour my liquid clear into it, or the linseed oil. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually get a little bit more in there.
Yeah, put that condiment container to good use.
Yeah, it was actually one of Kendra's condiment containers, and I snagged it for painting use. We have more, but because before I was just trying to use the cap of this to dip a brush into it and put on it. It is just a pain. So now we have this.
Well, and the nice thing about that too is it's easy to just screw a lid on and take to an event.
Yeah. So you can use whatever brush you want. I'm going to just use a 1-inch brush for this, but you want to take your liquid clear. And a little bit of this goes a long way, so just a light touch, and you just want to go touch in a couple different areas. Hi, Ra. She's begging for pets.
I have the rough job. You get to paint, I have to pet the dog.
Oh. But she's the baby. Gotta pet the baby.
She is a baby.
She's cute. Bad, but cute.
She never misses an opportunity to watch Matt paint.
Yep. Usually whenever we're back here, like if it's a Thursday night and Cassie's not here, and I just decide, hey, I'm going to go paint, I'll come back here, and probably within 10 or 15 minutes, she usually comes back and hangs out with me. She doesn't like to be alone, so she comes and hangs out. And that's fine.
I just thought it was so funny that, like, literally we came back here, we got all set up, and as soon as the camera started rolling, she sauntered on back here and assumed her position in the dog bed.
Yep. Yeah, you just spread this liquid clear all over the dark spot here. And you want to spread that out and take it, just pull it and scrub it all over. This is just going to help the paint move whenever we go to do our picture later on here.
Are you putting the linseed oil all over or just on the black?
Just on the black. Just on this part. This is our liquid clear part is what I'm going to call it. Because when you're doing a black canvas, normally we just put the linseed oil on it as our clear medium to help the paint be slick and move around. Up here, I'm going to make, for the water mixable line, I have not seen a liquid white type of thing. So I usually just make my own. I just take titanium white and mix it with the linseed oil. I just take a little bit, and I just pull it right into it, and I just kind of mix it up as I go. I don't really... You can mix this and make a little jar of it, which I might do eventually, so I don't have to keep making it as I'm going, but I never, I always forget to do it, so.
Yeah.
And I think Dale has a little recipe that I could follow, too, because I think he makes his own. And he has it in like jars about that size or something, or you can use whatever kind of container you want.
We just found the lovely condiment containers we already possessed worked well.
Yeah.
pretty cheap too. It was like $4 for $4. So.
Yeah, you can get a bundle of them. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're just taking our white and our linseed oil. The linseed oil acts as kind of a thinner. It thins it down a little bit. That way we can use this as our white medium up here. And yes, I'm wearing gloves because I am notorious for getting paint everywhere. Even when I say, oh no, I'm careful. Nope. Okay, we got our white medium on there. And a good way to check to see if you have enough on there is just take your finger. And if you can see like the grooves in the fingerprint or whatever, and you got enough, and just take a couple spots here.
I was gonna say, hold your hand a little more to the side because you couldn't see it.
Oops, hang on. I have to actually put more on here, so I will do that right after this. I didn't put enough on.
Oh, she's our positive.
She's so cute. What a worm. Oh, man. Yeah, my arms are getting tired already. This hurts. This is definitely an arm workout, or shoulder workout.
I think if you're going to stick with this canvas for your lives, we may need to raise the chair up. Because it was lower because your other canvas was lower.
Well, no, it doesn't matter if I'm standing or sitting. If you're doing this like continuously, it's just. Let's see. Okay, now we got this on here. What you want to do is look for, like, you want to see your fingerprint in the ridges. You want to see it. You want to see the paint, but you want to see your fingerprint though. You want to see the ridges. That's how you tell. If the grooves are all filled in, you have too much liquid white. And if you don't, and if it's very faint, you don't have enough. So it's a very fine line.
What happens if you have too much?
If you have too much, you can just take the brush and just keep spreading it out like this. Usually, because that usually happens if somebody puts a big glob of it in one area and doesn't spread it out enough. That's why it's a good idea to do this too when you're done. When you think you've gotten it all, just go across, spread it out evenly. But, yeah. And then, so I'm going to probably go into, wait a minute, hang on, I missed something. With the linseed oil, when you put it on, you can actually take a paper towel and do a little fold or something like that, and you can actually wipe a lot of this off, but it'll leave you with enough to still do what you need to do on here. So, because you don't want too much, because everything you put on here is just going to slide down. Trash can's over here. Okay. All right. Let's go into our. Let's see, which should I do? I think I'm going to go into some bright yellow for this. Just take some bright yellow and just tap right in there. You don't need a lot. We're going to do like a gradation. We're going to go red or yellow into red and do alizarin crimson. So we're going to go like this. Just do little X crosses, like X strokes like this. That's what all I'm doing. And as you work up, it's going to mix with that liquid white, and it's going to blend, and it's going to get lighter and lighter as you go outward and upward. Sometimes I don't even pick the brush up off the canvas. I just keep scrubbing and working it in. You don't have to keep going like perfect X's. You can just, it's like an X pattern, but but you want to keep working it up and away. And you can use various amounts of pressure to make it darker. If you want it lighter, you just use less pressure. But if you want to really scrub it in there and get a little darker spot, you just press harder with the brush, get more paint in that spot, whatever you want to do. And then we'll go into, let's just go into a little bit of yellow ochre. That's like a mustard looking color. We'll go like that. Just tap it and we'll go right here.
Jonathan Evile just joined.
Hey, how's it going?
Joining at mustard.
Yeah, the mustard scene. Not the seed. Scene. Mustard scene.
He says hello. And Audrey joined.
Hey, Audrey. Welcome, welcome.
You missed the bad joke.
Yeah, I can tell it again if you want. If you really want to know. I said I turned the easel a little bit I have it at more of an angle so you can see it more easily. Terrible, terrible joke. And then I'm going to go into a little bit of bright red here. Just tap right into it right here.
Jonathan said, hey bud, I like mustard.
Hey, yeah, mustard's good. I like brown mustard. And I like the, those spicy mustards that they have. Those are good.
You like food.
Yeah, I do. And right now it looks kind of like a kindergartner just painted that, but we're going to blend this all out and it's going to look a lot better. I hope. And then we're going to take some crimson here. Just tap it in there. And we're going to go right
Audrey says hi.
Hey! How cold is it there in Australia?
She said she had to open the garage.
Oh, wow, okay. She's always telling me how cold it is. I'm like, oh man, it's cold there? Like, I can't wrap my head around it.
What are you doing? She's like nibbling on my finger. I don't know.
I don't know. She's strange. I don't know. We're going to take a little tiny bit of the phthalo blue, and we're going to go into the crimson and make it like a lavender color here. A little bit more.
I don't know if I said this, but Jonathan said mustard and bologna, and then he said they call me the mustard tiger.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
What exactly is a mustard tiger?
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I've been called a lot of things in my life so far, but I've never been called that. I've been called everything but a gentleman and a milk cow. So, for the longest time, when I was growing up, I thought my name was a swear word. I didn't want to say it on camera, but I thought my name was the F word. Good thing I didn't start school with that. And go into some white right here and go right into our yellow.
Just a joke.
Yeah, it's just a joke. That's not true.
Jonathan says it's from a TV show here in Canada, Trailer Park Boys.
I've seen that. Okay, I haven't watched all of it, but I've seen some of it. I've seen some episodes.
in the rare times that Matt sits down and watches TV.
I actually have a hard time watching TV. Like, I can't sit still for long periods of time. Like, I don't know, I have to be really tired, or, I don't know, or it has to really capture my interest.
Yeah, I think the most you can watch is like 2 episodes of Better Call Saul.
Yeah, because usually we start watching it, and those are like hour-long shows, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about 2 hours is my limit. I'm like, okay, I gotta get, I just don't like sitting for long periods of time and just, I don't know, I've always just been very active and
It's that ADHD brain.
Yeah, ADD brain, so that, it's good for if you want somebody to get your house cleaned and everything, because then they just keep going. They don't focus on one thing for that. Because I usually start with one thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to go do this, and then I'm like, by the time I'm done, I'm out mowing the yard. Okay, so we got our colors. See how I just went up and blended this all out. Just work upwards, and we're going to go, actually I'm going to make this a little bit more yellow, but
Jonathan says he lives 4 hours from where they filmed it.
really? That's pretty cool, yeah. That is pretty neat. One of my friends, he watches it a lot. And he posts memes and stuff like that with them on it. And I was like, oh, I'll try watching it. And then I did for a little bit, and then I fell out of it. I think that I forget how many seasons they have. Like,
Man, somebody's just smashing the like button.
hey, thank you. Thanks for those likes.
It's just blowing up on the side there, just like thumb, 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 thumb.
That's cool.
Audrey says, watch Nobody. Saul's the main character.
Yeah.
Jonathan said that's me. That's great. Thank you.
Alright.
I have a hard time getting Matt to watch any movies. I've been wanting to watch Renfield for like a month since it got put on Peacock, the streaming service. And I finally put it on the other day, and Matt was just kind of going in and out of it. And all of a sudden, he would rip somebody's arms off, and you'd just hear Matt giggling.
Yeah. I forgot to put our color in down here. I'm just going to take some phthalo blue here, because I'm going to have water somewhere. I'm probably going to go right here. Work my way down. We're going to go right here.
So, another fun thing I thought to do was I had told Matt that we're not big drinkers, but I told him that I should make him do shots every time he says he forgets something. I hope he's smashed by the end of the video.
Oh, that'd be fun for you guys to see. That'd be some entertainment right there, I tell you. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Like, hey guys.
Every time he goes, whoops, or I forgot something.
Yeah. I'd be falling out of this chair.
I don't think you'd be falling out of the chair. I think you'd be rolling it around going, wee.
Yeah, I'd be like spinning around.
Ah!
So our house is an older house, and the one room here, if I let the chair go, it starts rolling me away, see? And I go crashing into the wall. Our house, some of the rooms aren't level, so if you put like a ball in the room, it'll go rolling down to one side. That's the joy of having over 100-year-old house.
The uneven flooring.
Yeah. The dog's looking at me like, you are nuts. Alright, so I'm going to put... Maybe I should... Yeah. I'm going to do a couple clouds. Not many. I'll put a couple in here. I might make some... Should I do like purple? Purpley clouds or pink? I don't know. Let's see.
What about two pink and a purple?
I can do that. I think. Take a little bit of white. And yeah, I am using water mixable oils, so I can't thin my paint down with just water. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to thin it down just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Ooh, I like that.
Audrey says there's a martial arts style called drunken fists. Do drunken paints.
I like that. That's cool. That's neat.
I said as we get going more, we'll get more into doing some things. Because we had also said about like how the one group he's in does challenges about doing like different things, like he can only use the palette knife or things like that.
I do like grayscale painting and there's all kinds of stuff. Try to keep it interesting and like fresh, I guess. But
Audrey says she hates doing clouds. She doesn't know where to stop.
that's the problem I have. Like I'm literally just going here. I'm like, ooh, this I could do that. I could fill this entire sky with clouds. I have to like discipline myself with like, stop it.
That one you're doing now kind of looks like a mermaid.
Does it? I don't know. I'm just making it.
Oh, now it's a dragon.
I think it looked like a mustache, like an old curly mustache.
Ah!
That's how I think of it.
Like Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, kind of like that. It looks ridiculous for right now, but once we start blending it out, it'll be alright. And to blend it out, we're just going to take our 1-inch brush, take the top corner, take your brush like that, and you want to make small circular motions with the top corner of the brush, and just go real light, right up here. And you just want to hit the bottom of the clouds. You want to leave the nice top edge here. You don't want to disturb those. But you can take and smooth out the bottom. Like that. This one's going to blend into the sky a little bit, I think. So that's okay.
Yeah, see, I believe I instructed 3 clouds and there are 4.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that looks good. I like that. You can hear our dog, our fierce protector over there snoring away.
She's doing an excellent job guarding the valuables.
Yeah. Doing great. Yeah, you just want to keep little tiny circular motions here. Go on a little bit. Just blend it out real smooth. And if you want, you can real light, just little half circles to fluff it up. Like 2 hairs and some air. It's like me, I only have 2 hairs on my head, so.
You have a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Around the back.
Yeah. Not so much on top, but.
That could be a fundraiser. Support local artists. Buy them a hat.
Good, I should get MK inspired art on the hat. Buy a hat.
Buy a hat. one of my summer projects will be to get with like Printify or something like that. Hopefully you'll have a hat come Pumpkin Fest in October.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, I'm gonna put a mountain somewhere back in here. I'm thinking maybe right here, have a little mountain. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna take some Prussian blue, sap green, a little bit of black, some of the crimson, and we're just gonna make up some dark mountain color here.
I was gonna say, how do you know what color you're making? Because to me, it just looks like you're grabbing all your colors except for the bright ones.
Well, here's a good way to find out what color you're using is take some white. If you don't know, just take it off to the side, take a little bit of that. And it should turn out to be like a grayish, yeah, there it is. Yeah, so that's what color I'm making, just about.
It's just weird to me.
It looks black, but it's a little bit of bluish
Yeah.
gray. It's weird, yeah.
My brain just doesn't work like that. Like, oh, I'm just gonna take some blue, some red, some green, and I'm gonna make this gray color.
Yeah, and you can mix it. You can bring the paint up and just turn it over, mix it real nice. Or if you want, you can marble it, just go like that. But it's usually going to get covered up with the other colors, so I don't really see the point in doing that part. But alright, let's see here. Let's just take a little roll paint, maybe a little roll. It's hard to see, but there's a little roll on the edge of the knife there. We're going to come up here. For this part, you want to use a lot of pressure. See how the knife is bending? You want to put a lot of pressure on your knife blade. And then you want to scrape off that excess. Take your knife blade, just go right up to the edge and scrape out all that paint you just put on. Because what you're doing is you're just staining the canvas.
This is so cool.
But you don't want to go too far because we're going to blend this out and it's going to look like a glow and mist and stuff at the bottom of the mountain. So, just take a little tiny bit. We're going to go back over these parts here. Dog's just staring at me. Like, what are you doing?
He's like, why aren't you petting me? Oh. I know. Daddy's always painting because he doesn't love you. Not like Mommy does.
Oh. His mommy telling lies. I mean, I don't know. Poor baby. And I'm going to clean off this mess here that I got.
Which easel do you prefer painting on?
I actually like this one, but the ladder easel is pretty neat because it's something I just made. So, I don't know. I go back and forth. I like both of them.
I was just curious because you have both of these, then you have that other easel that you got from Amazon.
Yeah, that was when I first started, but I like that one because it has a little shelf and stuff, a little drawer. But I don't know. Then I got this one because I like having the big shelf and the bucket holder and stuff. It's pretty neat. But, I don't know.
I think the shelf, or this one looks, the other one, the Amazon one, I like, but it's tiny for how much space you need.
Yeah, because it only gives you this much space to put your little brushes and stuff. Like, I have a lot of brushes sometimes, and I'm fumbling around, knocking other stuff. And I like this because I get to put my paper towels up here like this. With the wooden easel I have, you can't really attach anything like that to it without it falling back off. So,
I like this easel for when you're back here. I think I like the ladder easel better for when we go to shows.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Just because, like, you're already using the ladder, so it doesn't take up much room in the car.
Yep.
It's easy to move. Bam, done. Call it a day.
Yep.
And it doesn't take up, like, a whole crap ton of space.
Nope. And I'm just taking a 1-inch brush, I'm getting up here near the edge, and I'm just pulling that paint down. And this, you can actually kind of form where your mountain line, like, where you're going to have your shadows and where you're going to have, you can kind of map it out with your brush strokes. You can kind of see, like, you can kind of decide where you want to, like, this is going to be a highlight. Because I'm going to have the light coming from this side, so all my highlights are going to be on the right side here. So we're going to have, like, some mist right here. It's going to look like it's... kind of misty. I'm going to put some of them trees back up there because we lost some of them when we were putting our colors in. But that's okay. We can add some more here in a little bit.
Save the trees.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of white right in my brush here. I'm going to make this mist a little bit more prominent here. And I'm just going to kind of just tap here. And I'm going to smooth it out here.
The mist reminds me of what we've been seeing out our front door lately.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
With all the rain.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of rain here now, so.
We live at the bottom of the Appalachian Mountain.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like, so when you were driving to work or when we open the front door, like, you're just looking at all the mist coming off the mountain.
Yep, and it just rolls down and comes down. It's pretty neat looking because there's a field we drive past every day. There's a big field, and you can just see it creeping across the field. It's really neat looking, but yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so now we got that part. Now I'm going to put a little bit of highlights and stuff. I'm probably going to use the little knife just for, I'm just going to make a mountain color here. Let's see, or highlight color. I'm going to do a little bit of oops, I got my glove.
And that's why we wear gloves. Well, you wear gloves.
Try this. Yeah, that's good. And this is a very light touch I'm using. I'm just holding it by the little ferrule here. And I'm just letting it, I'm holding it light enough that it goes like this. That, like like that, and I'm just like kind of gliding it down. So let's do that again. Let's go over here. See how that breaks like that? That's what you want to look for. And I'm actually surprised I got it to do that. Usually that fights me. And you don't need a lot of paint to do that. Just a little roll on the edge of the knife.
Just a little bit. I'm sorry, that's all that's popping in my head today.
That's okay.
Every time you say it, you're like, just a little bit. I'm just like, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It plays in my head too whenever I'm doing it, so don't feel bad. Actually turning out pretty nice. I like that.
Kim Graves just joined.
Hi, Kim.
That's pretty pink.
Yeah, I was trying to do something other than just white. I wanted it to look like some pinkish light was hitting it and stuff, because it's supposed to be a sunset, so it's not going to be as like
Pure.
yeah. So that's what I was going for. I think that's turning out pretty good. Not bad, not bad. And we can come up here and do this and do that. We can make these get out a little bit more. Oops. A little bit more.
One little baby step at a time.
Yep. So they say.
Perfect.
There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna make a shadow color here. I'm gonna take, let's see, some phthalo blue and some white. It's a little too much. Maybe I'll make it a little darker. Dull it down just a little bit. Let's see.
Is that going to be for the back of the mountains?
Yeah, let me see how this is going to look.
See, with the pink, do you think maybe a dark purple?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe I'll do that. Take some crimson. Tiny bit of blue, because the blue is so much stronger than the crimson. It'll just turn it all blue if you're not careful. A little bit more. Flavor it on the more purplish side, or on the bluer side, but be careful.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Yeah,
It's like a violet.
Oops, I don't have enough paint on my thing. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Oops.
What a bomb.
You can even take the little tiny edge up at the top. Come up like that, and you can get these little tiny spots like that. If you want. And this part back here is going to be in the background. So. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, I have a glare right here.
That looks cool. I'm glad you went with the more crimson clouds since you went with a purple pink mountain.
Sorry, I need a drink.
It's fine, go get a drink.
I'll be right back.
No artists have died in the making of this live. Let y'all see how the mountain's coming while he's away.
Okay. I'm back.
Audrey said, haha, whack him in the back.
Help! She's killing me.
Don't forget your gloves.
I'll get them. I'm just making a mess here.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
While Matt's resituating himself,
Mess up here.
there's our fearless protector over here. Just watching the painting session, guarding the art, doing exactly what the German Shepherd is supposed to do.
Yeah, she's a fearless animal. I pity the fool who steps in our house.
So active, so vicious. Just kidding.
She's not very active at all. Oh, okay. Gloves.
Woo! I got you.
We're that close. I just need to roll over and get my gloves here quick. Oh, okay. Whoops.
No.
Okay. Because I will get paint on my hands. Anytime I say, oh, I won't do it, I usually end up doing it.
Yeah. So what y'all don't usually see is Matt in his giant supply closet over here. Which he just stocked up thanks to Michael's having a giant sale.
Yeah, they had a buy one, get two free sale or something. Yeah. So, I took advantage of that, and yeah.
He bought a lot of things, and he got a lot of things.
That's right. Things I needed, but yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do...
He was laughing maniacally as he's pulling out these giant tubs of gesso.
I was rolling. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
So hopefully that'll keep him occupied while we're not doing shows the next 2 months.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, that should be fun. That should last me a while. Because I want to start priming my canvases, gessoing them. Because I don't usually... I'm starting not to trust the factory gesso, because I don't know how much they put on there. Probably not that much, but I don't know.
Audrey said lucky.
Lucky.
Lucky for the closet or for the sale?
Lucky for me. I'm just loading some black paint onto my fan brush. I'm going to make some trees here. We're going to put in some of those trees that I destroyed earlier. Because I'm a Lorax.
The Lorax doesn't destroy trees.
No, he has them cut down, doesn't he?
No, that's the, oh, what's that guy's name? I can't think of it now. The Lorax speaks for the trees.
Oh, oops. I had the wrong...
oh my gosh, I can't think of his name now. The guy who makes the sneeds. The thneeds.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Audrey says she's been painting over paintings.
Yeah, I remember you've been showing me them. They're looking awesome.
Oh, and Jared Booker. You remember him?
Yeah, I remember him. Hey, how you doing?
He says, hey there guys, hope all is well. Proud to see how much this page has grown and the amount of artwork out. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I mean, on behalf of Matt.
I mean, we're doing pretty good. I mean, doing shows and stuff, and we're having fun with it.
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I haven't seen you in forever. Wow.
Yeah. Still follow him on Facebook.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if you just got back from round 2, or if you're going back out for your, I can't remember what branch of the military. To be honest, I want to say Navy, but I'm not 100% positive on that. I always enjoy, like, keeping in contact with people. Like, the good people. Then there's the bad people, and I slowly get rid of them on Facebook.
Yep. Making some trees here. I'm gonna make a big one right here. Actually,
Are you thinking you're gonna leave the trees black?
I'm thinking about it because I want them kind of pushed in the background. We're gonna have some water in the foreground, but
Jared says he's doing well. He says he watches your videos as often as he can.
oh, cool.
Says he's probably seen a solid 8 to 10.
Wow. Thank you.
And then he says he's still in the Navy and just re-upped for his 3rd re-enlistment.
Oh, wow.
I was pretty sure it was the Navy. Well, that's awesome.
Good job. Wow.
Yeah. That's really awesome, and you know, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm really glad. Really glad for you.
you're doing really well. And the wife, the girlfriend, I can't remember. I just know there's a girl. I'm pretty sure it's a wife. It's crazy how time flies. I remember you back when you was just a teenager. I'm so old. We're so old. We're all old. Well, I was like, we ran into Tom. I'm gonna butcher his last name. Begins with an O.
Oxenrider.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at the last show we did, I think.
He was out at, not the last one, but the Middletown Arts Fest. And he's a police officer over in Harrisburg now. And I'm like, who knew?
Right? That's
Audrey
crazy.
says still spring chickens.
Yeah.
If only I felt that way. I think that's, for me, is one of the biggest, like, you're getting older things. It's like, oh, look at these kids that I used to know, and now they're, like, popping out their own kids, and they're married, and they have, like, adult jobs, and I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
No.
Stop it.
Jared says, haha, yes, girlfriend at the moment. I want to say I saw you in passing last time I came home. But it was the very last second. I didn't have a whole lot of time to talk. Thank you kindly, though. It has provided quite a few opportunities.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, you've been with her for a while, then, if you're not married to her yet. I'm pretty sure you guys have been together for quite some time, which is awesome. And I'm glad you're doing really, really well. Oh, Terry Leonard just joined.
Hi, Terry. Welcome.
It's not officially alive until Terry joins.
That's right. And I'm going to clean my little brush here.
Oh, and you're almost up to 400 Facebook followers. You're at like 390 now.
Yeah, we're slowly climbing. We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there,
I think,
guys.
you know, that's thanks to a lot of people
Yeah, thank you all.
sharing. That's really, really helpful. Because it gets it out there. Because a lot of people, like, just don't know where to find you.
Yeah.
And, like, when we go to events, honestly, we're, like, our main thing when we go to events is, like, yeah, it's great if you sell stuff, but we're really just trying to get more recognition.
Yeah.
So, handing out them business cards, directing people.
Yep. Yep.
Terry Leonard says, hello, LOL, sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're fine. You didn't miss much. I just put in the mountain, sky. I'm actually working on the trees right now. I think I'm going to leave those as like a silhouette. I don't think I should add too much highlight because I don't want to add...
I want to...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello.
Sorry, I'm going to blind you again. I wanted to, like, because you can't really see the pinks and purples in the camera of the mountain.
Right.
So I was trying to, like, oh, if I turn off the light, will that make it better? And it did not. And then I just blinded you. I won't smack him in the back, but I'll blind him.
Look out.
That's the one thing I absolutely hate about the camera stuff, is it never looks as good as it does in person, and then I'm here like, it looks so beautiful, and then I look over at the camera and I'm like, oh, it looks a little flat.
Yeah, it never does it justice, and is a little frustrating. It's like, yeah, it looks good on camera, but you should see it where I'm sitting at. Oh, not to brag, but it does look better in person, though. So, I can't remember what. Oh, that's what I was going to do.
I'm just shimmying the camera closer to you, don't worry. If I move it a little closer, I get more detailing. Here, what if I hold the light up like this? Oh yeah, that brings out the color, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
The dog's just looking at me like I'm stupid.
Crazy dog. Should I have... Oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Okay, hang on. I'm going to try making some, like, little bushy things here and there.
Bushies. What is your favorite thing to paint?
I think it would be water. I really like painting water.
I do like water. I was just curious because you do paint like a lot of mountains, a lot of trees, a lot of water, and I just wasn't sure. Like, and you do a lot of skies.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I know skies are in every landscape, but
yeah, I like it. Okay, I'm going to tear off this piece of paper.
Jared says, we're heading to Maryland for our next duty station here in October or November.
Oh,
and
cool.
while I wanted a painting from you guys so bad, I gotta wait until we leave here.
Okay.
Too much to pack and take with us, and it's not worth risking it getting ruined in the move.
I understand. I understand, yep.
I've seen Navy moves.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, definitely.
we appreciate you thinking of us and
thank you.
supporting us, and we're just happy if people can join or watch or check us out.
Yeah.
It's better when you buy things from us, but I'm also like, there's circumstances, there's
Yeah, we understand it. We get it.
especially like a lot of people have been like, I don't have the money to afford your paintings. Like, ooh. That's what made me so mad at that doll lady at the one event.
Because doll lady.
Oh yeah, I was so mad. So we're discovering that every event we go to, there's somebody we love that's a vendor that's near us, and there's somebody we hate.
Yeah.
So there was a lady who made creepy dolls that was next to us, and she was just absolutely driving me crazy, and she kept offering us advice on how to sell paintings and how to sell prints. So we have the paintings that are obviously more expensive. And then on the cheaper side, we make prints. They're unframed. You can buy a frame for them. They're standard frame sizes. But it's to make it easier to cart around shows. It's to make it cheaper to purchase, because frames are honestly, you can buy really expensive ones or you can buy really cheap ones, and everybody's got their preference.
Yep.
Oh, she was like, well, you should just bring your frames with you, and then you could frame things as people buy them. Like, first, do you know how much time that would take?
Exactly.
To individually frame things as people buy them. Like, you're supposed to make it a quick and efficient checkout process. Not only that, but like a lot of people that buy prints are looking for the cheaper ones or whatever. And it was just really frustrating. So she was the one I didn't like at the one event. That was the event where we met Seth. And Seth loved you, and you loved Seth, and it was good.
Yeah, that was cool. Seth was neat.
Yeah, so Matt had a great time talking to Seth, who was our neighbor, and I had a horrible time talking to the creepy doll lady.
Yeah, she was something else, I tell you. So I dodged that bullet for that one, but yeah. I was gonna say, there's always one.
Jared says, I just watched the video when you guys mentioned the person across from you like a week ago or some such. And I think it was about someone making soap. LOL, too funny. Oh, yeah, there was the tea guy. I don't know if we've talked about the wood guy yet or not, because he was just this past Saturday. So I don't think we've done a live yet about him. But I know Matt's
No.
posted about him.
Yeah, that guy was, woo, yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's the guy who was telling me, oh, you should change your signature on your painting. Oh, what? Excuse me, what?
He says, oh wait, yes, it was the T. Yes, I loved the T guy. He was funny. He didn't really talk to us, but it was funny every time he was out in the aisle trying to take the people watching Matt. He's like, hey, come look at the T.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I like doing the shows because you get these funny stories and you get to meet people. Like, that's my favorite part about the show. It's just meeting the people. Like, the one show we didn't sell anything because it was, like, drizzly raining. But there were so many kids. That was that Scouting for Deals one.
Oh, yeah,
that we did out in, like, Middletown, I think it was.
Yeah.
And there were so many kids that were like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And they took cards and they're like, I want to learn how to paint. And I'm like, oh, see, that's so awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know people would actually want to learn. Like, I like, teaching and stuff. If I ever get the chance to do classes, I'd like to eventually, but,
Yeah, we were talking about doing like a small little setup in the backyard or something. We'd have to work out a bunch of kinks though, and we're just starting up. We're brainstorming a whole bunch of things that we think would be cool, but nowhere near doing anything specific.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll get there.
Although I did try to rent Matt out at the last two events.
Yeah.
Because there was this family that they said they try to follow along with a Bob Ross video. They get together like once a month. They all have like painting stuff. They converted their barn, and it's a family of like 15. And they were asking if Matt does classes, and I was like, I'll drop him off.
Yeah.
I'll do classes now.
I actually need more yellow paint here quick. Oh. One color I always need more of, because I want to make some bright.
Dennis just start pimping Matt out.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Nah.
Oh, they were really nice. I wouldn't pimp you out to anybody.
Nah. Unless there was profit in it. No, just kidding.
There's always profit in being a pimp.
I guess. It depends on who you are, I guess. I don't know.
This one paints real pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my favorite thing about the shows. We have a show this weekend too out at it was supposed to be at Dickinson College, but because it's been rainy all week here, they moved it to the Carlisle Expo Center, which is supposed to be a lovely venue.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still real excited about it. But there's like, I think there's like a little over 100 vendors going out.
Yeah.
And we're going to be one of them, and it's a lot of arts and crafts people, and our friend Laurie's going to be set up there with the Spoiled Kitty booth. She makes cat toys, and I know I am going to be swinging by at some point, whether it's like actually during the show or like maybe after we get set up, because I got to buy toys for Christine's cats.
Yep.
Because they moved, and she has a kitten.
I'm going to have a little waterfall coming in here. So, I'm out of white. No.
Everybody panic!
Oh. There we go. Okay. Let's see here.
There's just tubes of paint everywhere. Canvases everywhere. Like, it's organized.
It is organized, but there's a lot. Leave that here.
So, it's just Matt and I and the dog, and we have a 4-bedroom house. 2 of the bedrooms are just filled with art.
Yeah.
Like, art things for shows. Our little setup here for doing the lives are like
Oh yeah, it's
all
crazy.
the jazz.
It's all craziness in here.
Matt actually had to take some things out of his man cave here to make some room for art stuff, or so it looked better for the live, because he used to have a big Hulk hand sticking out of the wall behind of his easel.
Yep.
And that's off the wall now. Just kind of chilling in the closet.
Yep. It's okay though.
Sacrifices. I also like, the last event we did, you met that Brewster's guy.
Oh, Matt Brewster, yeah, he was cool. He was a spray paint artist, and he's around the Duncannon area there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was giving us a bunch of tips, and he's an art teacher, and I guess this is what he does while school's out, is he does, like, vending shows and does spray paint art, and he was really cool to talk to. He was our cool guy from the last show.
Yeah.
That water looks so magical.
Yep. All you need is a fan brush.
And talent.
Oh.
No.
I mean, it comes hand in hand, but
I don't know why, but, like, if I take out, like, the mountains and stuff, and all I'm looking at is the water, it just looks like, you know that toad scene from Thumbelina?
I think, yeah.
Where she, like, meets the toads, the kidnapper, and they want her to marry it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just what I see. I'm just like, oh yeah, that puts me in, like, Thumbelina mode, and I need to see a big flower with it.
Yeah. There's our mist and everything. We're gonna have some.
Jared says, watching the water get painted on is amazing. I can tell why he loves doing it. Also, the setup looks great, very clean and appealing.
Yeah, I try to keep it as clean as I can. That's a full-time job right there. Woo! Keeping it clean, yeah.
I actually think that, like, Matt's setup in here is very clean, but then the bathroom is not. Like, where he dumps the water down the sink, it's very much like a farm sink style situation.
Yeah. But I do clean it eventually.
Yeah. We do get to it. It's just, I think that's, like, the dirtiest part.
Is the after cleanup.
Yeah. Terry said, do you ever suffer from painter's block? Like writers get writer's block?
Sometimes, once in a while, I'll have, like, an idea, but I don't know how to execute it. I'm like, how should I do this? And, like, today, I actually did not know what I was going to paint, and I'm like, I don't know. I was tossing around some ideas.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. So we got home from work, and Matt looked at me, and he's like, it's live day. I didn't think of, and I was like, oh, do you know what you want to paint? And he goes, I have no idea.
Yeah, well, that's usually how 90% of the lives go. It's like, I don't know. I didn't really put that much thought into it, honestly. I was like, I don't know.
Sometimes he just doesn't know what he wants to do. There's also been times where he's got like 3 ideas and he doesn't know which one he wants to do. I've seen him even come back and be like, I'm gonna do this, and then he starts painting and I'm like, that doesn't look like what you said you were gonna do. And he's like, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
It's always a mix.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
I think that looks
The important part is you are not seeing the same thing every time we get on this camera.
Yeah, like the other guy on TikTok. You know, that guy. That guy. I'm just gonna call him that guy. He yeah. Worth my time. What was I gonna do? I was gonna add some. Should I? I know. I'll add some grass. Add some like little hills right here. Some grass, I think.
I really want to see Matt paint a hot spring.
That'd be pretty cool.
I feel like that'd be really cool, yeah.
Just take our brush and just tap into it here. Let's see. Can we get some grass looking stuff right here? Kind of curve it over like this. And keep tapping, and as you go down, it's going to fade more like this. See that? I don't know if that's picking it up, but it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm... You start here, because it's going to be fresher at the top, and the light's hitting it, so it looks like it's coming down, but as you get down here, it fades and it gets darker, so it works out really well. I like doing that. That's what a lot of these black canvases, you just have to add the highlight color. You don't have to add the darker color. You just go down like this. And then just... Here, I think I'm gonna. And she's out cold.
I know. I was listening to you tap the brush on the canvas, and I was like, "Oh, this is so relaxing." And then I heard the dog snoring, and I just started chuckling.
Yep, she likes to snore.
She's having little puppy dreams. Your paws are kicking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for her to whoop.
Yeah, it should start soon. She usually does that. And I kind of made it look like it's creeping down over the hill there. But
Yeah, that looks really cool.
yeah, I think it's turning out pretty cool. I'm so used to... I keep doing this because I keep thinking I have black oil color, and it's like the bushes. If you tap for the bushes too hard, you pick up that undercolor, and I do that sometimes. So that's why you see me going like this. I'm like, oh, that's right. It's acrylic underneath. Oopsie. All right, I'm going to take some... Oh, I wanted to show you how to make brown. What we're going to do for that, I don't actually have the brown color on here. I'm going to make it right now. So what I do is I take some crimson, and I take some sap green, and you just mix that together. We call it Christmas brown because you use red and green, and it makes this really nice, like, chocolate type brown. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but the crimson and the brown there, or the crimson and the green, you know, red and green, they'll make brown. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of white, and I'm going to just kind of have that marbled. And I'm going to just cut across, and I might make some rocks right here. You see that? And then you got some like cliff hangy rocks over there. Now a little bit of white for white to it, but you don't want to mix it too much. You kind of want that marble look. That way when you cut into it, you get all that variation, and you just go. See that? Just one little swipe with the knife, and you just like that. But that's a little too straight, so we're gonna make it out like that. There. Looks more rock-like.
Rock-like.
Yeah, I like messing around with different colors and stuff like that. And this is going to be a deep waterfall. I'm not going to have it like, you're not going to see the mist here. It's going to be going like way down. So I think that looks pretty good though. I might mess with this up here, put some little more highlights up there because it didn't work out that great for me. Let's see. Maybe I'll add some red. Make it pop a little more. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. Red one there. We'll make red there. So we'll make it pop a little bit. It gives it a little flavor. I like it.
Mwah.
Yeah.
So in the camera, the mountains look really good. Like there's a lot of depth to them, but in person you can really see the color in it a lot more.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the purple, you can't really see the purple and the pinks in camera too well right now. But that's like when I'm looking at the actual canvas, that's still where my eyes go.
Yeah.
Is like to that beautiful purple color.
Yeah, it's pretty neat looking. And most of the time I just kind of eyeball it, and I just kind of, honestly, I just wing it. There's no real, like I have a concept that I want to try, like in my head, and I'm like, let's try this and see if it works. I don't know.
And I'm constantly throwing ideas at Matt as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what would be cool? You know what would be cool? You know what would be cool?
Yeah, she does.
I don't have artistic ability, so I need him to get it out there.
But yeah, oh, you know what? I kind of like it the way it is, but I kind of want to fix this here.
Agreed.
Maybe I want this to overlap.
Yeah, I think the green should go over the brown.
Yeah, I messed that up by accident.
I think a vine would be really cool too on the left. But, you know, you're the artist. You're the artist and I just work here.
Yeah.
I was saying that at the last show. Every time they'd be like, who's the artist? I was like, I just work here.
Now I'm going to add that lovely greenish yellow that we had for our grass.
I also liked when we did the Middletown show because the guy was like, all right, what's you guys' booth? And I was just like, MK Inspired Art. And then he looked at our shirts. He was like, oh yeah, I guess I could have guessed that.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, light down.
I couldn't remember which brush it was I was using. It was this one. I grabbed the wrong one. Oops.
That's okay. Happy accidents.
Yep.
whoa, it's all coming together.
Just a little bit. Don't need a lot, but I actually don't make out too much on there, I think. So, there we go. Just tap it, tap it, tap it. Let's see. Does that work?
I was gonna say the brown doesn't look bad, but it reminds me of our dead grass.
Yeah. Oops. I'm just messing this up.
I don't think you're messing it up. I think it looks good. Just keep painting, just keep painting.
There, I think that looks better. I like it. I don't want to mess it up anymore. So.
Audrey says husband complimented the top left one.
Top left one? The painting on the wall here?
I think she's talking about the painting on the wall. I'm not sure if it's... So the top ones aren't in frame. So it's either the left, which is this mountain over here, or it's the cabin.
Okay. I think top left.
She says, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, blue mountains are very matte. Matt loves blue and Matt loves mountains.
Yep. And I think I'm going to call that finished. It's always funny because at these shows that I do...
The mountain one, he said, is nice.
Okay. Yeah, I did that live at one of the shows, a couple of shows ago.
I think that was the one you did at the yard sale.
I think you're right. No, that one there, this is the one I did at the yard sale. But that one there I did at the the Middletown Art Fest.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one that the tea guy was like, I literally saw this start from a white canvas. That's that one there, yeah. But it's always funny because when people are talking to me and I tell them, oh yeah, it only takes me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to paint these, and they're like, what? Like, they can't believe it. And I'm like, I'm over here thinking everybody paints like this. I'm like, oh, maybe not.
No, yeah, you remember what it was like when you did acrylics.
Yeah, that
back in the day.
See, I don't have the patience for acrylics.
I
like it, and now that I'm on oils, I'm like, oh.
I'm gonna shimmy you away and show you one that I really like of Matt's.
Okay.
Bam! Look at that sucker.
Which one?
The one on the door is what I'm showing him.
Oh, the seascape. Okay.
I love that seascape.
Yeah, that one, I didn't use any white medium for that. I just used straight linseed oil, and that's why the colors are so vibrant, because they didn't blend with the white to fade them out or anything. So that was really fun to do. I think I actually did that on a live. One of the lives I did.
I don't think you did it on a live. I think you did it outside.
Did I? No. I think that one I did on live, but the other seascape, the one we just took to show, I think that one I did outside.
Maybe you did that one on the live. Yeah, oh yeah, maybe you did.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that one live.
I know, I love that one. I love a lot of Matt's paintings, though. I don't know, maybe I'm biased. I mean, there are ones I definitely like over other ones. Because, like, ones that Matt tends to really, really like tend to not be my favorites. I think it's just our color palettes and what we like more. Because I really like either, like, super wintry scenes, or I love the really warm skies. And Matt's very into like that one there that your husband really liked, the Blue Mountain. He loves his blue mountains.
Yep, I love blue.
Matt really loves blue.
Blue's my favorite color, if you haven't been able to notice.
And he's also got this one over here. I'm gonna take you on a tour that he did.
That was done...
I think that was done at a show.
No, that was done on the last live, I think.
Was it the last? Oh yeah, it was the last
It was,
live.
yeah.
I love it. It's still like hanging to dry.
Oh no, it's dry now. I
It's-
just didn't have anywhere else to put it for the time being.
Yeah, right next to his Freddy Krueger glove.
Yeah. Ooh, I should do
That's
that next time. I should paint with my Freddy Krueger glove on.
That's where you should store all your valuable art, right next to the really sharp knife glove.
Yeah, see?
Audrey says she loves the skies.
Yeah, I try to really capture people's attention with the sky. I really like doing that. Like, the skies are just, I don't know, I've always liked sunsets. And...
She says, yeah, the salami when he started the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. I was like, oh god, it does. Now I couldn't unsee it then. I was like, oh my. That was funny. I was like, oh. So that's a little running joke we have now. I was like, oh, the salami. But yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to do too much else. There is kind of a lot going on with this one. I don't think there was actually much to do with this one. I could have added another tree, but I didn't want to. I mean, it has enough depth right now. I think it's okay. But yeah, I think that I'm going to call that quits for that one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Already showing them.
Yeah, I'm trying to really bring it closer so they can see the colors.
Is that better, or does that make it worse? One?
I mean, they can see it when I get up close. One or two.
Or two.
Thank you, doctor. So you can see like the purple and the pinks on the mountain a lot better.
Here, I'll
And
turn
just
that
how
on so you can, it really makes
vibrant
it pop.
those
Yeah.
colors are. Oh, love it.
Oh, I wanted to show them this one too in person. Oh, this one is my new favorite until I do another one. But that one there, like I don't know, I just kind of started going with colors.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I like this one.
As we're just showing off all of Matt's artwork that he's got hanging around.
Yeah, I have all kinds of stuff going on here. I'm just like, oh.
I'm gonna put you all down now.
But yeah, thanks guys for sticking around. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but yeah, I appreciate everybody support, liking the videos, sharing the videos, watching the videos, anything. I just like having you guys around. It's always fun. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a live, I think every Friday, but yeah.
Scoot closer, you're painting.
Scoot closer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now you're in frame.
I don't want to see that.
Believe it or not, that's what they come for.
They come for this, not me. I actually vote to not be in the shot as much as possible. I just want it to be the canvas and my hand. Because this takes away from it, because this is scary and this is nice. Yeah, I'm just messing. But yeah, I do appreciate all of you for watching, hanging out with us and our dog. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you on the next live. Alrighty, have a good one.
Say bye to the people, Rara.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.